B-Marsh Boxing back at it with another boxing video. So, hey man, this is going to be the truth about Vasyl Lomachenko. Nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You heard? Um, you know, I read an article, man. The man, Terrence Bud Crawford, man, he said, man, fellas need to fall back and put respect on Floyd Mayweather's name when it comes to Vasyl Lomachenko. You check it? Because people are actually saying that the man Vasyl Lomachenko would destroy the Floyd Mayweather at 130 pounds. You know what I mean? I tend to disagree. I think Floyd Mayweather at the lower weights was a bad man. Pretty boy Floyd, them fellas was a vicious puncher, fast hands, his combination punches, check left hooks, pull counters. The man Floyd Mayweather wasn't just no fighter like the man Vasyl Lomachenko. He wasn't really protected. Look, you gotta tell me the last time the man Vasyl Lomachenko been an underdog. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what you gotta show me right now, because I can recall when the man Floyd Mayweather took that title fight after he beat Tony Pep, guy from Canada. I believe it went 10 rounds. You know what I mean? He beat him by decision. Then his next fight, he jumped up and fought he fought what's the guy's name? Gennaro Hernandez from East LA. You know what I mean? The man Gennaro Hernandez was a champion, you know what I'm saying? Gennaro Hernandez had beat the great Hall of Famer Azuma Nelson for that WBC strap he held, you know what I'm saying? And the man Floyd Mayweather came into that fight as an underdog. All right? A lot of people said he was crazy taking that fight. He's not on the same level as Gennaro Hernandez. Gennaro Hernandez at that time had only one loss on his record, and that was to Oscar De La Hoya. And the man quit against De La Hoya. Yes, you know what I mean. Broken nose, the man quit. Okay, but then he was on the verge of almost getting stopped and quitting against Azuma Nelson, but he didn't want that on his mantra, on his resume. The man toughened it out against Azuma Nelson, and he beat the man. You know what I mean? Azuma Nelson punched this man in the throat. The man looked like he wanted to quit Gennaro Hernandez, but he didn't. You know what I mean? And he withstood the hurricane and the storm from Azuma Nelson, a great Hall of Fame fighter, one of the best ever at 130. And the man became a champion, and that's the guy Floyd Mayweather beat. You know what I mean? Now you got to show me which type of guy like that Vasyl Lomachenko has beat on his resume at 130 pounds. You know what I mean? Not to mention the man of Vasyl Lomachenko has a loss. Some of these fans are crazy, man. They live in the moment. They probably young fans who never even got to see Floyd. They only recall Floyd fighting at the high at weight classes like 147. Catch weights with Cannoli at 152. Look, Floyd Mayweather was fighting ever since the man was at 147, even at 140. The man was actually fighting bigger guys. You know what I mean? Look at this fight he had with Angel Man Freddy. Angel Man Freddy was a good fighter when he fought the man Floyd Mayweather. And look what Floyd did to him. He dispatched him in 2 rounds. You check it. Had the man on the ropes, not throwing any punches. Yeah, the man complained about the stoppage. A lot of people thought it was a bad stoppage, but look, you can't put yourself in that position like Angel Man Freddy did when he fought Floyd. You know what I mean? The man didn't throw no punches back. Floyd Mayweather commenced to teeing off on him, and he did what he did. He stopped the man early in 2 rounds. All right. The man, Angel Man Freddy had dispatched fellas like what's his name, Arturo Gatti. You know what I mean? Check it, dropped Arturo Gatti, man, made that man cut them fellas with punches, and it was a wrap. You know what I mean? Them fellas, that's already another good fight at 130, and I don't see any guys like that Lomachenko has beat at 130. Even fellas like Mikey Garcia, man, he's under the notion, and he's like, look, the man Lomachenko's a good fighter, but he's about my weight class. You know what I mean? 135. We can get it on right now. And these things is very strategic how Top Rank is is guiding and, some would say protecting this man Vasyl Lomachenko. Go listen to Virgil Hunter's interview he just had on Dante's Boxing Nation, you know what I mean? And he's also under the mindset that, Top Rank's protecting him, and and he feels that, Vasyl Lomachenko, man, he could be fighting better guys, you know what I mean? Look at Mariaga, the guy that Vasyl Lomachenko fought before Guillermo Regendow. Mariaga was a guy coming up in weight from featherweight. Yeah, you could say, sure, even Lomachenko was at featherweight, but look, this was the man's first fight at super featherweight. Mariaga coming off a loss at featherweight to Oscar Valdez, you know what I mean? And that's the guy Vasyl Lomachenko chose to fight, I'm sure any fan who is a legit fan and not no fanatic fanboy, they would definitely agree that that fight was not the type of fight that you would have wanted to see Vasyl Lomachenko take. A guy coming off a loss in a lower weight class, you know what I mean? And the guy Vasyl Lomachenko, another thing about him, he's not knocking fellas out like the man Floyd Mayweather was, you know what I mean? You check it, Floyd Mayweather fought fellas like Jesus Chavez, Carlos Hernandez. Carlos Hernandez was a world champion, you know what I mean? A guy who had even unified when it was in a unification bout with Eric Morales. You check it, you check it, the man is credited with being the first man to, Floyd Mayweather, when Floyd punched them fellas, broke his hand on the man's head, and, was in pain, and, the man, Floyd Mayweather's glove touched the canvas because he was in pain, but eventually Floyd even won that fight with a messed up hand, you know what I mean? Okay? Hey, excuse me. My bad. You know what I'm saying? The man, Vasyl Lomachenko's a good fighter. I'm not taking nothing away from him, you know what I mean? But he's being strategically built to fight guys who are not necessarily in his weight class, you know what I'm saying? Look at fellas like Nicholas Walters. Yes, Nicholas Walters did have a fight at 130 versus Jason Sosa. That fight versus Jason Sosa, everybody know who won that fight, you know what I mean? Everybody knows Walters won that fight easily. At least 8 rounds to 2, you know what I mean? Versus Jason Sosa, but they gave him a draw. And look what's happened to Nicholas Walters ever since. The man has basically been like, he's been like the black sheep of boxing, you know what I'm saying? The man, Nicholas Walters, ever since that loss, that draw, his career's been going down the drain, you know what I mean? Maybe that was strategic because they knew that Vasyl Lomachenko and Nicholas Walters were on a collision course. And ever since then, his star power plummeted, you know what I mean? Not that Nicholas Walters was a big-time star, but his negotiations, negotiations power, he didn't have no leverage ever since he took that draw to Jason Sosa, you know what I mean? The man was out the ring 11 months from December to November. You know what I'm saying? December of 2015. And then he fought Vasyl Lomachenko in November of 2016. You know what I'm saying? 11-month layoff, and he fought the man. He was inactive, basically. You know what I mean? And I think that was also a strategic plan by the man, Bob Arum. You know what I mean? Look, Bob Arum has gassed this man for promotional purposes to say this guy's as good or better than Muhammad Ali. He did the same thing with Pacquiao back in the G, but anybody who got a good boxing IQ knows that Uncle Bob, what's his name? Bob Arum is full of ish, you know what I mean? That's definitely not the case. Look, Floyd Mayweather was knocking fellas out at 130, you know what I mean? You guys show me a guy of the caliber of Diego Corrales. And look, Diego Corrales was on the pound-for-pound list with Floyd Mayweather. If I could recall, he was even higher rated on the pound-for-pound list than Floyd was by the time they met, you know what I mean? That fight was supposed to be for a unification match, but the man, Corrales had got stripped for his IBF strap, you know what I mean? The joint that he took off of Robert Garcia. You check it. Nevertheless, that fight was a fight between two pound-for-pounders, you know what I mean? All right, Guillermo Regendow was a pound-for-pounder just like Lomachenko, but look, obviously we already know. The man, Guillermo Regendow had only fought 2 to 3 rounds in the last 2 years, you know what I mean? You check it, basically inactive, you know what I mean? You check it, and Vasyl Lomachenko's fans and Vasyl could say, that's not my problem. But obviously, you guys are known for now fighting these guys who are inactive. Nicholas Walters, Guillermo Regendow, Gamma Rigondeaux, you bringing him up 2 weight classes. And yes, I admit, I did think that the man Gamma Rigondeaux could win the fight because I believed in the man's skill set. He lost the fight, like I said previously. It won't be the first time, won't be the last time I get a prediction wrong, and neither will you. You heard? Now, I think that the man Vasyl Lomachenko is a talented fighter, but how comes he doesn't try to unify? You know what I mean? Look, he fought Roman Rocky Martinez, a guy who I thought, not thought, I know, he lost that fight versus Salido in the second fight, the rematch. It was on that Mayweather undercard versus Andre Berto. He lost that fight, you know what I mean? The first fight with Salido, with Roman Martinez, was a close fight. I edged it slightly to the man Roman Martinez. You check it, but those were 2 wars that the man Roman Martinez had been through, you know what I mean? He came in the mix. He came in to fight the man Lomachenko. Lomachenko sparked him out in devastating fashion, you know what I mean? Right, with that uppercut or was it a left hook? It was just a mean combination. Put the man on his back. But I do believe that Vasyl Lomachenko could be trying to fight better guys. I'm not even considering guys like Tank Davis. I let it be known from day one, Tank Davis is ducking Lomachenko. You check it, and what has Tank Davis done in boxing really to me, for me to say, oh my God, it's obvious them fellas ain't on Lomachenko's level. I'll leave him out the mix, but there's fellas like Miguel Burchout out there, a big, strong, natural 130-pound fighter, super featherweight fighter. You know what I mean? You check it, Look at the guys like Jesus Chavez. Like, Jesus Chavez became a champion after fighting the man Floyd. You know what I mean? You check it versus Levander Johnson. Rest in peace. A guy that Jesus Chavez killed in the ring, You check it before fighting fellas like Julio Diaz. Julio Diaz sparked him out in his first title defense. But nonetheless, these guys became world champions after fighting the man Floyd Mayweather. Hence showing me that these guys were really good opposition, you know what I mean? So, that's just the truth about Vasyl Lomachenko, you know what I mean? Even Mikey Garcia and Bud Crawford are reading in between the lines from what we've been saying here, We've been talking behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And this is the type of things we, as boxing fans, you know what I mean? This is just stuff that's point blank period, straight up and down. There's no way around it, Vasyl Lomachenko is fighting guys who are inactive, bringing them up 2 weight classes. He says he don't want no credit for beating the man Gamma Rigondeaux. He says he's too small. He needs, and that's just a fact, you know what I'm saying? So you check it. Hey, man, I'm doing a video. Come on, man. Let me do this video, man. Come on, dogs. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my goodness, man. I'm not going to cut this video off. Hey, open that door for her one time. Check it, man. Y'all drawing, man. Y'all bugging, man. Messing up my video. Look, I'm going to conclude this video, man, because I got rudely interrupted, but Vasyl Lomachenko, like I said, man, he's been fighting fellas who've been inactive, you know what I mean, feathers in lower weight classes. I'd like to see him fight a strong super featherweight, you know what I mean? Because even Mikey Garcia said, look, this guy is a guy who could make the lightweight, you know what I'm saying, lightweight division. And I'd like to see him, fight fellas like Mikey Garcia hopefully next, But, I'm not taking nothing away from Vasyl Lomachenko, but just like Virgil Hunter said, man, let this man, Barbarian and Top Rank, they need to stop protecting this guy, you know what I mean? And, I think just Floyd Mayweather wasn't just no pity-pat puncher like the man Vasyl Lomachenko is and a showboater nonetheless at these weight classes. Look at these grueling fights them fellas Floyd Mayweather went with Emmanuel Burton, you know what I mean? Look, that Floyd Mayweather said that was probably the toughest fight of his career, you know what I mean? And, he went through, Emmanuel Burton gave them fellas fits, you know what I'm saying? You check it, but I believe, that fight showed character in Floyd, and Floyd eventually stopped the man, you know what I mean? They had to throw in the towel and stop Emmanuel Burton from getting that beating from Floyd, you know what I mean? Floyd was hurting fellas, you know what I'm saying? Quick hand speed, and the man had power in them lower weights. You check it. Now it's time for Vasyl Lomachenko. Look, he's never been a lineal title. He's never been a unified champion, you know what I'm saying? Floyd wasn't a lineal champion neither at 130. Or unified, yes. but he was beating up fellas who are in his weight class. He wasn't bringing fellas from lower weight classes, nor was he fighting inactive fighters. And also the fighters he beat went on to become world champions after that. We'll have to see about these guys Lomachenko's beating, but I believe, Lomachenko could be fighting better competition. And, I'm not going to give him the kind of credit a lot of people have been as far as beating Guillermo Rigondeaux. You know what I'm saying? I think, these guys, they definitely knew that this guy was inactive. It's the smaller guy. I thought Vasyl Lomachenko didn't even hurt the man, Guillermo Rigondeaux, just like even Virgil Hunter was saying, you know what I mean? Virgil Hunter actually inspired me to do this video when I heard that conversation he had with Dante's Boxing Nation. You could check it out for yourselves on his channel, you know what I mean? But I think Vasyl Lomachenko, some will say, look, oh, the man has only 11 fights in his career. Well, yes, he does, you know what I mean? And the man jumped out the window trying to fight the man Salido in his second fight, and you seen what happened. Floyd ain't have no losses. Floyd ain't got no losses, period, let alone having a loss in his second fight of his career. And some will say, well, he wasn't pushed that fast. Well, look, like I said, you got to tell me and show me the last time Vasyl Lomachenko been an underdog on the odds. Floyd was, you know what I'm saying, against Corrales, against them fellas, Gennaro Hernandez, you know what I mean? He tested the limits, tested the waters, and he prevailed, you know what I mean? Now it's time for Vasyl Lomachenko to do the same. Prove us all wrong and show us that you are that caliber of fighter as a professional who's not being coddled. And, you got to show and prove that, you know what I'm saying, you want to unify, become lineal title, hold a lineal title, you know what I'm saying? Not just move up in weight classes. Look, even if you want to move up in weight classes, just like that, like Pacquiao did, Pacquiao at least was lineal champions in some of these divisions, in these lower weight divisions, you know what I mean? So be Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Even the fact that fellas are comparing this guy to Manny Pacquiao, man, he got some long, he got a lot, those shoes he got to fill, man, he needs a big size because, things Manny Pacquiao was doing, I've yet to see this guy do that. Pacquiao is knocking fellas out in devastating fashion, you know what I mean? And I do like boxers, yes, but, them fellas, Vasyl Lomachenko, right now is fighting more flat-footed fighters. He's fighting guys who are not basically on his skill level, you know what I mean? Look, some fellas, like I said, will say the man fought Lomachenko in his second fight. Well, the man was a two-time gold medal Olympian. The man didn't come into the pros at the age of 21. You check it. This man was a grown man by the time he came into boxing. So be Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all think about people comparing Floyd Mayweather to, Lomachenko to Floyd, like Dan Raphael has been saying that he would have destroyed Floyd. Are you kidding me? I know Floyd would have knocked him out straight up and down, no special effects, straight up and down. I know that's what would have happened at 130. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think about that. And even Mikey Garcia, let him be, putting it out there, Vasyl Lomachenko's fighting guys who are inactive and in lower weights. And that's the truth, man. No hate, nothing, no bias, no malice, you know what I'm saying? No spite. Just straight up and down the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about Vasyl Lomachenko. Be Marsh Boxing, leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm gone. Peace. And I'm sorry, and I apologize for that little interruption. Be Marsh Boxing, I'm gone.